DaVinci Mural Maker lets you create huge drawings and paintings on any surface. The app works similar to the original DaVinci app, but with one huge difference. The Mural Maker uses two iOS devices. The first device goes on a tripod in front of your wall or canvas. On this device, you can see your canvas with an image that you want to draw placed on top of it. If you're making a small painting, you could easily trace your image like this. But if you're making a mural, you will not be able to look at the phone and trace because you won't be able to reach the wall and look at the phone at the same time. This is where the drawing device comes in. The drawing device mirrors the feed from the camera device, so that way you can stand up close and you can trace. Unlike a projector, using this method, you can also accurately compare colors and shades in your reference image to what is on your wall or canvas. So let's get started. First, place your phone on top of a tripod pointing at your canvas. Then press the plus button in the top right corner of the screen and press Camera Device. This will present you with your photos, and you can choose one that you would like to draw. We suggest making this device an iPhone and not an iPad, as iPhones usually have higher resolution cameras. Once the camera mode is open, you can swipe down from the top right corner of the screen and press the Wi-Fi button. The Wi-Fi button needs to be white. If the Wi-Fi button is blue, it will drastically slow down the speed of your connection. If it has a line through it, the app will not connect at all. So make sure the Wi-Fi button looks exactly like this. Setting up tracking. We highly recommend setting up AR, augmented reality image tracking. If you accidentally move your phone or get a phone call, or you just want to work on your project over several days, AR tracking will automatically align the image right where you had it. To begin setting up image tracking, you will need to create an anchor. An anchor is an object in the real world that the app will use to position your image. When restarting a drawing, the app will know exactly where to put your image because it uses the anchor as a reference point. To get started, from the tracking menu, press Setup, and then press Make Anchor. To make your anchor, first draw an arrow pointing up. This arrow should always be pointing to the top of your phone. Now do your best Jackson Pollock impression and draw many scribbles with many random intersecting lines. Just when you think you've done too many scribbles, do even more. The more detail and the more lines with the more intersections, the better. When you're done, go back to the app and press Take Picture. Make sure that the camera is as level as possible and you're taking a picture with the anchor in the middle of your screen. If you're happy with the photo, press Use Photo. The next step is to crop the image. Drag the corners to be just inside the anchor. You don't want anything that is not the anchor, like the background, to be in the picture. Make sure that when you're cropping, that the arrow you drew is facing up. Finally, enter the approximate width of the anchor. The app will calculate the height dimension for you. A rough estimate is okay if you don't have a ruler. Now, place the anchor around your drawing surface. We recommend placing it at the top of your canvas or wall. That way you don't block it while you're painting. Now press the Tracking On button, and the image will be positioned directly on top of your anchor. You can also make the anchor directly on your wall or canvas, instead of using a piece of paper. Either way, make sure the anchor takes up about 1/8 of the video feed, so that the app can clearly recognize the anchor. The amount of detail and the size of the anchor may depend on the device that you're using. To position and resize your image, go to Tools and then Position. You'll see a toggle there that indicates if the image is locked in place or if it's unlocked. Unlocked means it's free to move around on the screen. To position the image, just use your fingers to pan, rotate, and scale your image exactly to where you want it on the wall or canvas. If you find that the app is not in focus, or if autofocus is turned on and you'd like to turn it off, you can control the focus by going to Stream and then pressing Autofocus. We recommend only turning on autofocus to focus the app and then turn it off once the app is in focus. Otherwise, it will be autofocusing in and out as you draw, and it will be very distracting. Setting up the drawing device. This is the device that you're going to look at while you draw. You can now have more than one drawing device, so multiple people can work on the mural at the same time. This device can be a second iPhone or an iPad. Just press the plus button in the top right corner of the screen and then select Drawing Device. Once the drawing mode opens, the app should automatically detect the streaming device. Again, make sure that you are disconnected from Wi-Fi by swiping down from the top right corner of the screen and pressing the Wi-Fi icon to make it white. If at any point the app becomes disconnected, you can just turn the connect switch on and off, and it should fix the issue. Now you're ready to draw. So you can zoom in to draw fine details, or you can zoom out to see your picture as a whole. You can go to palettes to apply filters. You can press breakdown to apply breakdown mode settings. And you can adjust the opacity of the overlay image. Just keep in mind that one of the most powerful tools in the app is the strobe feature. This flashes the overlay image on and off, so that way you can compare colors and spot differences between your overlay image and the piece that you're working on. And that's it. Now check out this video of putting it all together. And as always, if you have any questions, please send us an email to info@davinciiapp.com or just press the help button located in the top right corner of the screen.